Was she excited that Daddy will actually be at home, his second home at Freeman, and he'll be able to, I guess, see daughter play all of these sports more closely than in the past?
There's no question about that, because I think my daughters are probably the most enthusiastic about the situation, because they've, quite honestly, I got here in 2003, and the oldest was born in 2004, and my other child, Margaret, was born in 2010, and they both said, "Dad, this is the only place we've ever known." And they've literally kind of grown up here, going to their first games, their first camps, hanging out and doing things, and their reaction was, "Does this mean we can even do more stuff now that we're going to be at Freeman together?" And I said, "Absolutely, that we'll have, you can do your rollerblading all over the school, you can play stickball, basketball, whatever you want to do to kind of, that's going to be a place that you need to get really familiar with, be your home away from home." So they were excited, and the fact that we can literally ride our bikes there or walk it just makes it that much more exciting.
You mentioned in an earlier question about the pandemic, how it caused Henrico County not to have a winter sports season. How much, if at all, did that play a part in realizing now that you can do different things and more things other than a head coach, that allowed you to say, you know what, this is now, maybe the perfect opportunity to see what I can do at an administrative level?
Yeah, life, as I think about timing, and as we discussed, like if this opportunity comes along when I'm in year 3 or 4 of my career, then honestly, it would be flattering to think about, but it wouldn't be something that I would be ready to do at that given point. Given the fact that I didn't get married to my wife, Christy, until 7 or 8 years into my teaching career and coaching career. I mean, it was full about teaching, coaching, rinse, repeat, do it again. And nobody loves it and loved it more than I did. Sun up to sun down, whether it was golf, basketball, tennis, it's just who I am and what I did and do. So getting the chance now in year 27 to think about, big picture, we got college to look at, maybe. The pandemic didn't really play into the part of not having a season, other than seeing that life does, for everybody, kind of have some end point, and you better start preparing before you have to get to that point of setting in, and you just, I won't say panic, but you have to figure out, like, what's the next step. So it's kind of a downsizing in one regard, but then it's just a new move in the other regard.
Have you thought about what the upcoming basketball season will be like for you? You'll wear the Freeman colors, but you won't be on the sidelines. It's been, you mentioned, a long, long time since you hadn't coached a game.
It has.
So that winter season is going to come up before you know it. Have you kind of put that in perspective, what it's going to be like that you will be watching, but not coaching?
I don't think it'll actually hit me probably until the balls start officially bouncing on the court for workouts, and then as you're setting up for the game. But I do know that one positive this year was that I was able to spend a whole lot of time with the family and with my youngest in particular and her team, of just kind of being there for whatever was needed. But this is the first year that there's been no basketball season in my life that I've coached or been a part of, really, my whole life. So it happened. So I guess it gave me a little bit of warming up to, you know what, you're not going to be there walking up and in the sidelines and trying to encourage your players and conversing with the referees and the other teams. So it did give me some practice, but yeah, I'm going to miss it. I really am.